Good. Everybody's pretty excited to get back out there. So, there's been a lot of juice the first 2 days.
Seems like the defense is developing a little bit of a personality now that the same guys have been together, and I don't know. I just felt something a little bit different in the air than last year. I'm wondering if you feel that energy.
Oh yeah. It's a lot easier. Everybody knows the system and everything. It's the same system compared to my rookie year. We was in a 3-4, and then last year we switched to a 4-3. So everything was different. Everybody was still learning a lot of things, and we can kind of, the guys that were still here can kind of just pick up where we left off from last year and only get better and tune up all the little details.
You were pressuring quarterbacks at a pretty good rate last year, but what do you think the difference needs to be this year for you to convert those pressure numbers into sacks?
Yeah. Honestly, literally, yeah, like you said, I was pressuring the quarterbacks a bunch, and there was a couple sacks I left out there actually, slipping off quarterbacks and stuff like that, and the number could have easily went from, there was probably 4 I slipped off, from 3 to 7 or something like that, but it's just like the little things that I got to work on with my moves and keeping my leverage down and stuff like that, and yeah, other than just straight pressures, I feel like I'm, having an effect on the game, whether it's, like you said, pressures or, even in the run game, helping the guys out in the run game, and also, hopefully this year I do a lot better with getting more pass deflections.
We watch practice. We see Richard Sherman with the DBs all the time. I'm curious about his effect on the entire defense in the locker room. What kind of presence has he been so far?
Sherman's a great guy. He gets along with everybody. He's very approachable, and when he talks, everybody listens. That's the kind of respect everybody has for him in the locker room, and his presence alone is real strong, and everybody, we can't wait for him to get back out there, so we can, we're gonna feed off of his energy.
Do you think that's something you guys maybe missed? Didn't have that veteran leader, or maybe you didn't know it until you saw it with him?
Yeah, hey, look, our team is pretty young, and like there's a couple of veterans that we let go last year, and so throughout the season we're pretty young, especially on defense, and so having a veteran guy like that with the resume he has come in, he's going to do a really good job with helping us, lead this team and put us in the right direction.
What did you make of Solomon Thomas's first year?
I think Solly had a solid year. He came out early, out of college and everything, and he's still had a couple things to learn. But I think he had a solid year last year, and I think this year is gonna be a great year for him to have a breakout season.
Where is he right now? Do you see a maybe more confident guy who feels like he's got a year under his belt? You know that feeling.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just a year removed from that.
Yeah, I feel like especially even in the meeting room, he's a lot more vocal and everything, and he interacts with everybody a lot more. Last year he was kind of shy and reserved, and you can see how he's getting a lot more comfortable around us, and even on the field. Past couple of days, it's still early, and we're still in shorts and a helmet, but he's been doing. I could see the development from last year and this year.
Looked like he had a few nice one-on-one reps today.
Yeah, definitely. And last year he was a little frustrated here and there, and I feel like this year he's really doing a lot better job with staying out of his head.
You talked about wanting to bat down more passes. I'm curious if Garoppolo's passes are any different from the other quarterbacks you've faced here, and whether you have to be a little bit more cautious and hands-off since he's more.
Jimmy, he has a great ball, as we all know, and when I get the chances, I'm definitely gonna bat him down. So far, I haven't really gotten any. I know a couple guys got a couple batted balls so far. I don't know. I don't know if it was against Jimmy, but most definitely. Going against a guy like that in practice, is going to get you better for the game. He's one heck of a quarterback.
You guys brought a lot of heat from the inside last year, and you've made a couple. They've invested in the outside rush with Cassius and obviously Adoachu coming in. How has that dynamic been? Do you feel that can help you as an inside rusher with those guys coming off the edge?
Yeah, most definitely. Like you said, last year was a little struggle with getting a lot of inside pressure and flushing the quarterback out. And I think Cassius and Jerry and even Eli, all those guys, Dakota, they're all stepping their game up this year. And I think having that outside presence will help. The guys like me and Eric and Solly all on the inside, and Sheldon, to get turn those pressures into sacks.
Is that a teamwork thing where that you could try to funnel them into the outside?
Yeah, definitely. pass rush wise, it's a, you know, it's a unit. You know what I mean? You can't. Yeah, a guy wins his one-on-one, but if, you know, like you saw last year, if I win my one-on-one on the inside, you know, the outside guy that doesn't contain the quarterback, he can just run outside and throw the ball away. And so, you know, you got to rush as a unit, and you know, one guy eat, everybody eats. So I mean, you know what I mean? So it's a unit thing.
It's only been 2 days, but how Western Richburg in the center?
Mm-hmm.
How's he been to face?
Oh, he's solid. He's a solid dude. You know, I haven't really got to go against him much, but I mean, he looks like he's pretty confident in the middle. You know, making the calls and everything. You know, the run plays and all that stuff, even the protection. So, I think he's a solid guy, and I can't wait to go against him more in the future.
Seems like this is going to be a big year for Eric.
Mhm.
What's your sense of his mindset going into this year, particularly now that he has another year in the system?
Yeah, I think you know, he's pretty upset he didn't get to finish off last year. You know, especially you know, with his injuries and all that stuff, and I think he's coming in even this year even a lot more hungrier, and so, you know, I'm excited to see what he's gonna be able to do, and hopefully, you know, he stays healthy throughout the year.
We talk about veteran leadership and it being a young team, but now you know, coming
Yeah.
off a big year,
Mhm.
you're naturally one of those guys, you
Yeah.
know, that's kind of a fixture. How are you approaching that now that you're definitely, you know, one of these pillars, veteran
Yeah.
leaders on this team?
Yeah, I mean, just take it a day at a time. You know, I can see the guys kind of respect me a little bit, and you know, look at me as one of the leaders, and you know, I just gotta take upon that role and roll with it. And, you know, hopefully I learn, you know, the leadership role, you know, from guys like Sherm. So, you know, hopefully I can learn a lot, you know, things here and there from him, and you know, throughout the season I develop better as a leader.
Thanks.
Yes.